would you quit if you were making $100,000 a year right now?
Nope.
Like, would you quit if you were hitting your goals? Would you quit if everything you wanted was going well? And her answer was, well, no, of course not, right? So the topic today is, when should you quit? Right? When should you quit? How many times since we got in business have you thought about quitting?
None.
None? Mm-hmm. Okay. And I was in business for how long before you were full-time in business? Or really like in the business?
A year and a half, 2 years?
Okay.
Somewhere around there?
So you guys, the let's preface the whole conversation. I'm on the phone with a teammate who said, hey, I'm starting to think this isn't for me. And it's funny because it piggybacks off last week's episode, which was like, if you can't hack it full-time in business, what do you do? Right? You playing footsies?
No.
Okay. So it piggybacks off that episode, right? And I'm on the phone with my teammate, and my teammate's talking about how she just doesn't think this is for her. She might, basically throw in the towel. And I asked a question because she was frustrated, and these conversations always come out of frustration. And I asked a question. I said, if you were making $100,000 a year right now, would we be having this conversation?
What was her answer?
She said, probably not. And I said, okay. So if you had hit your goals, you were winning, life is good, would we be having this conversation? She said, no. And I said, well, then why would you quit today if it's not a question of whether or not this is for you or not? It's just the fact that you're not winning.
That's deep.
That's deep. Okay. Well, let's talk about it for a second, because I think every day when people are frustrated, they start to doubt themselves.
Do you think that's a decision?
Whew.
Do you think that's a decision based off of just solely emotion?
Yeah, probably in those moments. Yeah, probably. Because you start off fired up, and then you start to get a little frustration. You start to get a little pushback. Things don't go your way. You start to doubt yourself. And what happens when you start doubting yourself? You start doubting yourself, and you start doing less.
Self-fulfilling prophecy.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, whether or not you think you can do something, you're right. Either way. Because the second you say, I don't think I could do this, then you carry that out in your actions and your thoughts, even if you're not really meaning to.
So everything stems from a lack of results leads to what? Less confidence, which leads to less action, which leads to less results, which leads to
It's a spiral.
less confidence, right? It's a spiral. And so in the moment, then what would, because there's a million times every day that brand new entrepreneurs start to doubt themselves, right? What things start to not work. Isn't it funny? It's funny to me how the second confidence goes down, a lot of times people start to go, oh, this isn't for me. Yet if they were getting checks, it's all for them. Like they're all in. They love absolutely everything about it. What do you think it is about that makes them start to exit business?
I think it's a lack of self-awareness, because you're saying this isn't for me versus going, okay, I'm not getting the results I want. What are some things I can do to tweak that, to change that, to make it better? You're going for the easy exit, which is, this is just not for me.
I just quit.
Yeah.
And what happens when you quit?
Nothing. You don't gain anything from it. All you do is lose the opportunity to improve whatever you were trying to improve in your life.
You lose everything.
Yeah.
So you guys, in those moments, the right answer is that you got to adjust. It's never the right answer is not to quit. The right answer is to adjust. The right answer is to get feedback. The right answer is to call your coach and get coaching. The right answer is to figure out, okay, something's not working right now. I'm frustrated because maybe I'm lacking in my skills. Maybe I need a new routine. Maybe I need a new plan. Maybe I need a different coach. That's probably not the right answer, though. But maybe I need to do something more. I would challenge you in those moments to, instead of go, maybe I'm going to quit. Instead, go, okay, what could I do differently that I'm not doing right now? You know, find someone who's winning. I remember being in those places, and I would go around the office to people who I thought were doing better than me, and I'd say, hey, I'm struggling with this. I'm stuck. You know, can you help me? But people don't do that.
You have to drop your ego. You have to be humble. You have to be open to hearing some feedback or maybe even some constructive criticism. And that's hard for a lot of people to ask for
Right.
help.
I had a moment like that today that I thought was kind of neat. I don't think the guy will ever see this, but there was a dude. Well, we won't put this as a commercial clip. There was a guy at the gym today who, when I saw him inside the gym, he like referenced. He's like, "Dude, you guys you guys are huge. Your podcast is huge. Like, you're huge on social media." And I was like, "Yeah, I mean, we do business and stuff like that." And then when I was leaving, he actually came out of the gym, came down the stairs, and kind of like caught me before I pulled out of the parking spot, and was asking for advice in what he's trying to do, you know. And like, this dude's like freaking jacked, like got like every guy's dream body in the gym, right? The dude's like ripped and like really good at what he does. But he was asking a question on the finance side of it, like in the funding of his goals, right? And so he's like, I could tell he just like really wanted help. You know, like he's got some things he's trying to hit, some goals he's trying to hit that have deadlines. And he really wanted help. And as I pulled out, I was like I have a lot of respect for the dude because he came out. I'm guessing, I didn't see the whole scenario, but I'm guessing he came out, saw if I was still there, saw my truck, came down the stairs real quick and kind of waved me down. And I was thinking about how every day people struggle in business, but they don't do that one thing right there. Like that thing that he just did, like that thing could change everything for him, because I could be sitting around thinking about it and it's in my head and I meet someone who's exactly what he's looking for and ta-da. But how many times do people just not do that one little thing, which is go find and ask for help?
It's hard.
A lot of you guys watching this right now are probably in that same spot where you're like, yeah, you know what? That might help. It might help to ask for help. You know, I think one of the things that has helped us so much in business is I've never once, like I try to play stupid in every room I go into to this day. Right? Am I right or wrong?
Including this room.
I try to play dumb. I'm not the guy who's in the middle of the room trying to pretend like I know everything and like trying to be the guy. Like I try to play as dumb as I can. And people, like, there's some people I go ask them for help and then they turn around and that next thing I know, I'm the one getting stuck answering questions, right? Because they're trying to play dumb too. Like, we're all trying to learn.
Yeah.
But man, like, it's mind-blowing to me how many people are stuck because they cannot just get themselves to humble a little bit and ask for help.
That's all you got to do.
So here's my point to you. Oh, this is a good short episode. If you're thinking about quitting and you could self-analyze at all, and it has absolutely anything to do with the fact that you're not kicking freaking ass, then no, quitting is not the right answer. The right answer is to figure out how to start kicking ass. Because if you were kicking ass and you would still be here, then quitting is not the answer, right? That's not the answer. That's you giving up, where you're giving up too early. Don't quit before you get to the point where you're actually there. Because if you were there now, you wouldn't be thinking about quitting.
Boom.
Boom. Well, thank you guys. Do the thank yous. You do good thank yous.
Thank you guys for watching and commenting and liking and sharing and all that good stuff. We do this because we want to help people. And so if this helped you, that makes it all worth it. go ahead and I'd like to shout out our amazing producer, DJ Just Jay. He makes music, so follow him on Instagram and all major social media platforms. Check him out. He's awesome.
And he just became a fiance. And they got engaged.
He hasn't told his parents yet.
Oh, but probably by the time this comes out.
Oh, okay. They're
You
engaged.
think his parents are watching the podcast?
I don't know.
Congratulations to them. And thank you guys, as always. Subscribe. Thumbs
you go.
down. All that good
No,
stuff. Just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Saying that.
Nobody thumbs down.
Only want positive things.
They don't show
Okay.
the numbers anymore.
Happy Thanksgiving.
They show the numbers of thumbs up? Yeah, okay. Good. Well, happy Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. Happy Christmas. And we're out. Good night.
Bye.